Okay, I can see it started recording.
Okay, yeah, there you go. All right, so this is Kris. I originally met Kris about 12 years ago at Grant McEwen.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were just a bunch of students standing there with our backpacks, kind of awkwardly. Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
And then lo and behold, pardon?
Both first years.
Yeah, both first years. And yeah, lo and behold, you ended up helping to start the young adults ministry and then gather stuff. So you've been around. You're like the senior guy.
Yeah, I feel a little senior.
You're almost senior. Anyway, so just to introduce Kris a little bit and you guys to get to know him, we're kind of meeting some of the gather leaders, and Kris is involved with other ministries around Heartland too. What does a typical day in the life of Kris look like?
Well, right now it looks like getting up and going upstairs to my work. And then after work, just taking a little bit of time to sit down in my grandpa's chair and just transition from work to till after work, and take some time to pray and and to do some devotionals and that sort of thing. So yeah, that's about
Do
it.
you have any like cool little hobbies that you do in the midst of the typical day of Kris?
Um, I don't know about hobbies, but reading and I guess recently I've started watching a series every once in a while called Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, nice. Okay. You do have like quite a. I know you guys have like a good collection of like. Is it Star Wars collection?
Yeah, I have some Star
There you
Wars.
go. There you go.
Yeah.
Just knowing things. We're getting to know you, Kris.
Mhm.
So what has been your experience of COVID-19 so far? What has been hard and what has been good?
So the difficult part, I guess, is not being able to see people and interact with them. I never thought before, never even thought about handshakes and hugs and all that sort of thing. But yeah, I miss giving people handshakes and giving them hugs and talking to them, one on one and that sort of thing. So
Yeah, and
yeah,
you've always run a bunch of soccer teams and stuff too. So
yeah. So I'm really missing that and and watching highlights from some of my favorite teams, I guess.
yeah.
But the good part has been just being able to, read more of the Word, be able to actually have some time to study, to read books that have been piling up for a while. Um,
I think
and
I
one of
should.
the things that I've appreciated is actually last Friday, just having a whole day off, like, not being able to go anywhere. So I was able to have a day alone with the Lord. And so that was a huge blessing. And I don't know if I would have taken that. I would have had something on probably. So
Yeah. Yeah, places to go, people to see.
yeah, exactly.
Popular guy. There you go. How have you been engaging your faith? And so do you find that God's been speaking to you about anything with everything changing right now?
Yeah. I think usually I hear God through, thoughts and pictures and that sort of thing. But God's been kind of speaking to me through just highlighting to me all the things I kind of like look to for comfort. And so one of the things He's just highlighted for me um, is yeah, like look when I'm bored or when I'm looking for something to do, um, when I'm feeling like, oh, I need to decompress or whatever, to not be going so quickly to, you know, watching new or watching sports highlights um, or diving into Netflix uh, or just going out to hang out with friends or whatever. But that some of the things that have been uncomfortable have kind of highlighted where I have needed to kind of confess and allow God into those parts of my life. So
Mhm. That's good. And then just last couple questions, but what would you say to someone who's maybe struggling right now, or they're kind of like some advice to people out there
um,
doing stuff, or if they're by themselves?
yeah.
You're like
I,
the face
I
mask.
think that, yeah, having a perspective of looking at this time as a bit of an opportunity, I think is good. Like how you can uh, enhance your relationship with God by using time in His Word and time listening, having time of listening prayer,
Mhm.
and just ultimately sometimes even just soaking in worship and allowing God to speak to you through you just not doing anything, or enhancing your relationship with others. That sometimes we can be so busy doing everything that we aren't doing one thing well or investing in our relationships. So this is an opportunity too to um, encourage others and to connect with people too.
Mhm. Yeah, and even like I was just telling someone today, it's like just make a text, a call, reach out, and more often than not, people are willing to respond and see you. So we don't have to just do by ourselves if we're by ourselves, right?
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
So you recently got married in this past summer,
Hmm.
which is pretty exciting. I was kind of curious, just as an ending note for fun, is there anything weird that you do that Michelle's noticed that you didn't know was strange until you were married and now spending time with a person a lot?
Yeah, yeah. I think sometimes, like if I were to think about that question when I was dating or single, not dating, I would think that would be like bigger things. But I think it's the small things, like the way I used to organize the dishwasher, or the way I take knives out, or the way I organize the cutlery in the cutlery drawer. That ultimately, the way she does it is better. Having spoons together makes sense.
Yeah.
And that sort of thing. But it's like little things that I notice that, oh, we do that differently,
Yeah.
and so so that's just been, yeah, a little bit of an adjustment.
Oh man. Well, we'll give a shout out to and say hi to Michelle. I see her moving in the background there.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you for joining with us tonight and just doing a quick little interview for people to get to know you more. And I'm sure they'll see you around
Yeah,
or
I'll
hear
see
you.
you in that gather, I guess.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
All right.